Hello, my beautiful community. It's Dr. Amy coming to you for another lunchtime inspiring moment. I hope everybody is doing well today. So I have a message that I want to share with you. And today I want to stop for a moment and just really check in on you and see how you're doing. I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and I just want to say to you that my message for today is we all go through setbacks. And what I want to say is every day is not going to be a bed of roses, right? We have to find ways to bounce back and deal with all that's going on. So we're going to have failures. We're going to have setbacks, and we're going to have challenges. What's going on today is a lot of people look at social media and Instagram, and they see people posting with the cars, the money, and all of that stuff. And you start comparing yourself to what you see on social media. But let me tell you, a lot of that stuff is not real. People might have the pictures and everything, but they're still going through it, just like you and I and the next person. So I wanted to slow down today and just check in on you. See how you're doing. See how you're dealing with things. I'm just going to say things because we all have different things going on. And let's just talk about how do you bounce back when you have some challenges and obstacles in your life? How do you bounce back when you have setbacks? Because I know you experience setbacks, whether it's with ourselves or our kids. Let me tell you, if you have children, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as you think you're on the right road and you're doing well, they start going through something and it pushes you back. So we all have setbacks. So I want to just give some little tips and spread some hope, some love, and send it your way if you're going through anything today. And the first thing that I want to say in my message to handling setbacks and obstacles is sometimes we have to redefine what success and failure means to us. Redefine it. Sometimes you might set some things for yourself and you realize that, well, that's not really what I want to do. Maybe that's based on what somebody else is telling me or what society is saying. And this is something even, with your marriages, you might have your spouse trying to push you to do something. And push is good if it's in a good and a positive way, but they might be trying to change you to do something that they want you to do and not recognizing that you are growing and you're developing and you're wanting different things. So that my first advice to you would be to redefine what success and failure means to you. You know what I'm talking about? And the second thing is, I always say when you're having setbacks or experiencing it, this is probably the time when you want to leave your negative Nellies behind. You might be growing and developing and your friends and people around you might not be. And this is the hardest thing where sometimes you have to leave those negative Nellies behind. It could be, your family member, your sister, your brother, it could even be your spouse, but you got to find a way to try to bring your spouse along because you have to live with them every day. But leave those negative Nellies behind. What else I jot down here is also build your resiliency. We are strong people. You don't let one thing just take you out. When you have something going on, you have to bounce back. Like there are some days when I'm like, I don't feel like getting out of this bed, but you have to have a bigger why and a bigger vision to know that I'm doing what I do every day and what you do every day. You're doing it for someone else also, and that'll be that drive to help you when you experience setbacks. So tell me, I know you guys have setbacks and challenges too, right? Not just me. You have challenges in your life, and you have to always be able to bounce back. And here's another thing. We have to focus on being persistent. Being persistent. If you have those goals written down, you have to find a way to be persistent to take action every day. And with that, it's reminding me of, it's Black History Month, so I was reading over Langston Hughes' poem, Mother to Son. Let me read this to you and listen to this. It says, well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and splinters, and boards turned up and places with no carpet on the floor. Bare. But all the time I's been a climbing on, and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the stairs because you finds it kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I still climbing, honey. I still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that powerful? We know where our forefathers came from. We know how hard our parents worked. I'm from the South, from Charleston, from Johns Island, South Carolina. I know, my aunties and dad and them, they worked in the fields and picked the tomatoes and the beans, all of that so we can be where we are now. And our lives are a whole lot better than theirs, and we don't have half of the struggle. So when you fall down, get up. Get up. We are strong people and we can do this. So those are some things that you can do. And then another thing I always say is detach yourself from the outcome and focus on the process. Focus on what it is you want to achieve, because we can become so attached to a single desired outcome that we feel lost and we feel devastated when we don't get that one exact result. But here's what I'm here to tell you. You can change. You can change your plans. You can change your desires. You can change what you were doing. Don't let one setback keep you down. Get up, push, 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 push through. Learn not, this is something where my dad used to always say to me, lean not on your own understanding. When you are there and you pray, you give your prayers to God and you leave it there, lean not to your own understanding. So when you have a setback, get up, and focus on the process. Focus on what's driving you toward your desired outcome, and ask yourself, what are you passionate about? And what are some of your values? And what are the steps that you're taking towards reaching your goals? And are those goals aligned with your vision for your life? That's something to think about, right? So come on, you guys, let's keep going. Let's be persistent. Let's focus on excellence instead of perfection, instead of being perfect, right? So when you're not focusing on being perfect, it's a little easier to handle those setbacks when you have them. So let's all continue to push past the tacks, push past the upturned boards, and let's push past the splinters of our staircase of life. We can do this. Still, we have to push through all of those challenges. We have to push through those setbacks. We have to push through those bad days and move forward to get to our prosperity and reach the desires of our life. So, and again, if you need help pushing through and setting some goals and making those budget, please reach out to me, Dr. Amy at amyhimes.com. I am here to help you. So we're going to do this thing together. So thank you guys so much. Let's do it. It's still Black History Month. We want to make a difference. We want to do something different this year than we did last year, because this year, like we said, is going to be better than the last. Hello, John Mitchell. Thanks for joining me live. So you guys put some comments in there. Let me know what you're pushing through. What are some of your goals and what are you working on? I'm Dr. Amy. I'm here to help you reset that mindset, develop your skill set, and get on board. Get on board to soar. We are going to soar together. So I'll see you next time, my loves. Goodbye.